Hello, everybody. Here at One Hit Thunder, we're committed to creating the best experience for our listeners. To help us learn more about you and what you want to hear, please head to surveymonkey.com/r/FPZY5JQ to take a short survey. Your feedback helps us improve the show and supports the sponsors who make this show possible. As a thank you, you'll be entered into our monthly drawing to win one of two $50 gift cards. If you want a chance to win one, go ahead and grab a pen and jot down this address: surveymonkey.com/r/FPZY5JQ. And thanks for helping us grow the show.
All new drinks are now at McDonald's, with refreshers like the Strawberry Watermelon Refresher and the Mango Pineapple Refresher with popping boba, to crafted sodas like the Sprite Berry Blast with berry flavors and cold foam. Who knew ice-cold drinks could be so fire? Try them all now at McDonald's.
Refreshers contain caffeine. Copyright 2026, The Coca-Cola Company. Sprite is a registered trademark of The Coca-Cola Company.
One hit is all you need to make the money guaranteed, and you can live off royalties forever. And it makes me wonder, is it just a wonder, or is it one hit thunder?
Matt, do you have a little bit of a Thundred hangover now that it's over?
You know, I love that we have, I think, firmly this year kind of established what should at least be, if not every year, every other year, the 1-2 punch of March Madness followed by a Thundred list. They're just a fun way to like get to engage with our audience in a big way. Like, you know, the Facebook group and the Instagram is great. There's always, I don't think we've ever posted an episode that like nobody commented on with like insights to their feelings of the song and stuff like that. But this is like where we really get to interact with the audience in the way of like they are voting for where a song moves on a bracket, or they are putting in their opinions of what belongs in a ranking list. But what we also learn, Chris, is that sometimes when the power is out of our hands, that things that we think are obvious things get overlooked.
That's true. I got to say, I really love the interaction and the excitement every Friday when we released an episode. I couldn't wait to go see what people were saying. And I'll tell everybody, you know, Matt and I have access to how many people listen to the episodes and how many plays they're getting. The Thundred episodes do really well for us. So I think we are on to something. And I love that interaction with everyone. And I love that this is a representation, not just of you and I, but of all of us. If you're listening to this right now and you submitted a list, it's a representation of you. And that's why I really wanted to like shout out people who had a certain song on their list. And I just think it's all very interesting, and I feel that much closer to our listeners.
So I agree with you. Here's what I'm going to ask right out the gate. One of my many catchphrases right out the gate.
Yep.
When this SNUBS episode is released, obviously there'll be a post about it on both our Facebook and our Instagram. I want you, the listeners, to comment what the next Thundred topic should be.
Okay.
Chris and I will go through those, and then, I don't know, maybe August or September, we'll start the voting process over again to build the next Thundred list. But let us know. I mean, I'm down for, like, greatest albums of the 90s. I'm down for music videos. I'm down for whatever. Everyone comment. We'll go through all the suggestions, and we'll pick which one we think we're going to have the most fun with. But the question I have for you, Chris, because you would not give me this answer last week. If we were to remove Rick Springfield from this list, as I think we probably should have, even though we gave the okay for anything we covered on the show counts, I think Rick Springfield is, as we learned doing this show, definitively not a one-hit wonder in the grand scheme. What was that 101 that missed a chance to be on the Thundred because of the presence of Rick Springfield?
Is that where you want to start? Because I have 101 through 110.
Okay, let's do it from 110 up to 101 then. I am curious on this.
How about we save that for last? Because I wanted to start with what was most shocking to you.
Okay, we'll talk about that, and maybe some of the things that shocked me will be in that bottom 10.
Yeah.
I'll start with the simplest ones. Like, listen, everyone's going to think that their list is the shit, right? And I had 4 things on my list that did not make it onto the list. 2 of them, I get it. They probably, they're a little bit more personal favorites. 2 of them, I feel like, are just, they should be here. So the ones that were personal favorites, Flowbot's Handlebars, I just think that's a great song. But, like, I get that. If any magazine in the world was doing a one-hit wonders list, it probably wouldn't make the cut. The other one, Primitive Radio Gods, Standing Outside of a Phone Booth, I think that that's a really awesome experimental song. But again, I get that not being on the Thundred. The 2 that I think are like songs that people think of when they think of one-hit wonders, specifically in like that 60s, 70s era, which I do think is fairly underrepresented in our list. I should have asked you in advance to give us stats on like what decades were the highest and lowest representation and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I should have done that.
But I feel like the 50s, 60s, and 70s probably has the lowest footprint in our Thundred. The Trashmen, Surfin' Bird, like that is, to me, like as one-hit wonder as you can get for that time period. And the other one, a song that we named as the best song of the year when we did it, Spiral Staircase, More Today Than Yesterday. Both a fantastic song, and like that band's one of those classic, I think they were like a 1-album wonder. They showed up, they put out that album, they had this huge song, and then they just vanished. And then it was like the lead singer and a bunch of hired guns like 30 years later doing reunion shows. But that song is so good. Goldfinger's covered it. I honestly think that maybe people are just like voting and like, I don't even know the name of the band that sings More Today Than Yesterday, so I'm not going to vote for it.
I'm not one bit shocked about Surfin' Bird not making the list, because just like you said, I think there's a chance that the average person doesn't know that song is called Surfin' Bird and definitely doesn't know it's by the Trashmen. So if someone's whipping up a list, they're not really going to think of that one. Now, Spiral Staircase, kind of the same thing. There are a lot of one-hit wonders out there. It's an older song. I know that I love that song. I think that song's amazing, but I agree. Most people wouldn't know who sings it. I came up with a list of, this isn't my list. I came up also with what I think are my top 5 snubs. But the first thing I want to start with are the 10 songs. This is just, I curated this list myself, that I think are most shocking that didn't make the list.
Can I ask you a quick question real quick?
Sure.
How many songs from your list did not make it? From your personal
right
list?
now.
Yeah. I'm just curious. Because I know, like I said, I got 6 out of my 10.
None.
Oh, so hell yeah. Good work, sir.
I really tried to not let people's lists influence me, but I worry a little bit that subconsciously I was getting everyone's lists, and because there were certain things where people were like, you didn't put Carly Rae Jepsen on your list, and I'm like, yeah, maybe that should have been on my list. There were a couple others like that too, but in general, like when I look at my list, it's all things that make sense to be on a list.
I think the simple solution, and whether I do the vote counting next year or you do, I think before we even open up the voting, you and I should make our list first. Like, you and I should just sit down and be like, here's our 10. Once we both have our 10, then we open up the floodgates for everybody else. So then we're not being at all affected by what the votes are because we casted ours first.
From 10 up to 1, mine were New Radicals at 10, which was the number 1 song overall. Go West at 9, sure. Take On Me at 8. Boss Stones at 7. Breeders Cannonball at 6. Buffalo Stance from Nina Cherry at 5. Mazzy Star Fade Into You at 4. Duncan Sheik Barely Breathing at 3, Big Country in a Big Country at 2, and then Sinead O'Connor at number 1. Like that seems very me, doesn't it?
Yeah, that is very you. And I think I don't think that my list doesn't sound very me. It definitely does. But I definitely had stuff like the Water Boys and the Flowbots that are like, they're curveballs, right? Like, like I'm throwing some wild pitches on my list because I think if I was to do it again, I probably would have forced myself to think more of like what I think are significant songs and not so much, hey, I really like this Waterboys song. So I was hoping that the Waterboys would make it to like 98. You know what I mean? Like just like get a shout out. Even I'm like, oh wow, they're in the top 40. That's a bit high.
As far as the songs I thought were most shocking weren't on the list, and I feel like if Rolling Stone or some publication was doing a curated, writer-decided list, then I think that maybe all 10 of these I'm about to name would be on the list. But I think it's a combination of people being sick of these songs, and then probably half of these the artist is problematic. So I don't know if our audience is as woke as we are, but maybe that was part of the reason why some of these weren't included. Now, at number 10 on my list, I was surprised House of Pain Jump Around wasn't on the Thundred.
That is shocking.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that, but you're right. That's one that should 100% be on this list.
Yeah, that was number 3 on AJ Santini's list, number 10 on John Ganal's. At number 9, I had Primitive Radio Gods. Now, that was on Andy Valenti's list, Kirk Danielson's list, your list, but all of you either had it at 9 or 10 on your list. You didn't give it, you guys didn't give it enough points.
Okay.
Number 8, this was only on Amy K. Taylor's list, and I was surprised because I felt like, I don't know, if you were a girl in the 90s or something, you might have like thought this song was cool, or maybe anyone would, but the artist definitely showed her true colors in recent years, I think. Meredith Brooks' Bitch.
Yeah. That is shocking that has to be our audience having a fuck Meredith Brooks stance for only one person to put it on there, because that's a pretty big 90s one-hit wonder. And that's not like one that's disappeared. That one keeps popping up in pop culture.
Number 7, who I think this is another person who I think had a little bit of like maybe some weird stuff come up lately. But Macy Gray, I Try.
Yeah.
That was only on Andrea Fernandez's list. Out of all the lists we got, it was only on one person's list.
That's nuts.
At number 6, I never really liked this song, but I feel like it's one of those gun to your head, name a one-hit wonder type songs that was only on Joe Funk's list. Out of all the lists I got, only on one person's list, The Verve Pipe, The Freshman.
Yeah, I mean, I guess well, no, I guess I can't say that. Because in my head, I'm like, maybe that's because it's like more of an alternative hit to people. But like Space Hog is in our top 10, which is like definitively, exclusively an alternative hit. So yeah, that maybe people are just like frustrated with that song now.
At number 5, once again, dude, I think what I have at number 1 is the most shocking. But number 5, once again, same story. Maybe problematic people. Right Said Fred, I'm Too Sexy. Did not make our list.
I think that there's a couple factors, right? I think that by and large, even just from the comments that I've seen as the episodes came out, a lot of people were not going with what they think were the best or most noteworthy. They were going with what their personal favorites are. And I don't think that many people are like, oh, one of my favorite songs of all time is I'm Too Sexy by Right Said Fred.
I guess. That only made 2 people. I think that's why
so much novelty music we really didn't have that much of a novelty music presence on this list outside of like 2 or 3 songs.
I mean, the Monster Mash was on the list.
Well, that was one of the 2 or 3 songs I was thinking of.
Okay. So that Right Said Fred only made Jared Galton and Sue Blouth's list. Number 4, this one was actually pretty shocking to me. Now, this is like I think it's early 2000s. And it just feels like a song that everybody loves, but it only made one person's list, Colin Pine, American Hi-Fi Flavor of the Week.
I'm actually floored that it was only on one person's list. Like, that is a pretty beloved song. That's shocking.
Number 3, maybe it's because him being back in the news was post everyone turning their lists in, but with how much in the past few months people talked about him, Afro Man, Because I Got High, did not make our Thundred.
Yeah, I didn't even clock that, but you're right. Afro Man was not on our list.
I bet you he would have made it into the top 100 if
post-court case.
Yeah, if I would have collected the lists later.
Yeah.
Number 2 that I was shocked didn't make the list. Big song at soccer games in the UK. The Verve, Bittersweet Symphony. Did not make the Thundred.
Neither Verve band made it.
Nope. Yeah, that one, Bittersweet Symphony, only made Jay Shirelli and Dustin John's list and Low on their list. And number 1, most shocking, only on Matt Milligan's list at number 10 on his list. I feel like if someone was making a list just themselves, would probably have this one in the top 10, at least the top 20. Nina, 99 Luft Balloons.
All right, so I want to talk about this because as you were reading that list, I pulled up, I was like, what is someone else's one-hit wonder list? Just out of curiosity. And VH1 at one point did their definitive list of the 100 greatest one-hit wonders, which I believe was also where the controversy of them putting Rick Springfield on the list happened back in the day. But I want to read what was on their top 20 because I think there's a lot that we didn't have on our list in their top 20. You're a better keeper of the list than me, so you say if this made our list or not. Number 20, they had Thomas Dolby, She Blinded Me with Science.
Did not make our list.
Number 19, Iron Butterfly, Indagata Davida.
Did not make our list.
Number 18, Sinead O'Connor, Nothing Compares to You. That made our list. 17, which I would debate them being a one-hit wonder, honestly. I don't think we would do an episode about them. Twisted Sister, We're Not Gonna Take It.
Oh, no, they have We're Gonna Rock, or I Wanna
Rock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 16, Sugar Hill Gang, Rapper's Delight.
Okay. Not on our list.
15, Question Mark and the Mysterions, 96 Tears.
Yeah, I was going to bring them up. Now, it's not shocking to me that it didn't make our list because I think most people don't know the name of the band, but they recognize the song.
Or the name of the song, honestly. They just know the keyboard part.
Right.
Number 14, they had Delight, Groove is in the Heart. I think that did make our list, right?
Yes.
Van McCoy, The Hustle, which we still need to do an episode on The Hustle.
Okay.
Do
Who
The
sings
Hustle.
that?
Van McCoy.
Van McCoy. I wouldn't have known that.
Number 12, Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby Got Back. I know that was on our list. 11 was Debbie Boone, You Light Up My Life.
Was not on our list.
10, you just mentioned, Nina, 99 Luft Balloons. 9, Gerardo Rico Suave.
Oh, yeah, that didn't even sniff our list.
8, I'm pretty sure the next 2 were on our list. 8 was Aha, Take On Me, and Vanilla Ice, Ice Ice Baby.
Okay.
6, another one kind of shocking, Baha Men Who Let the Dogs Out. That wasn't on our list, right?
Yeah, but that's not shocking to me because I don't know many people that love the Baha Men.
That is fair. Number 5, Tony Basil with Mickey.
Not on our list.
That's a pretty big miss, I think. I do think that some factor of it was also that a lot of people just based it on what we had done episodes on. And the fact that we haven't done a Mickey episode probably didn't help it in the standings. Now, obviously, there were plenty of songs that we haven't done episodes on that made the list, but I know that a lot of people just used our episode list as a barometer for what to write down. You mentioned it already. Number 4, Right Said Fred, I'm Too Sexy. Number 3 made our list. Dexy's Midnight Runners, Come On Eileen. Number 2, I'm pretty sure made our list. Soft Cell, Tainted Love.
Yep.
Their number 1 song, I do not believe made our list. And again, like you said, I don't know anyone who loves this song. Los Del Rio, Macarena.
Oh, did not make our list. It was huge. It was a huge song. If you were basing it on like sales and popularity when it was out, it would be very high. But as far as like a song that people want to listen to,
no one wants to put on the Macarena just for easy listening while they're driving.
Yeah. Now, I made a list of what I think the Chris Fafalius top 5 snubs are. That these are the kind of songs where, like, if I had to reconsider my list a little bit, these are, like, if I was making a top 15, these would be in it.
Okay.
So, at number 5 now, maybe the question is this a hit? But we did do an episode on it. Dead Milkmen Punk Rock Girl.
Yeah.
It's absolutely incredible song. The only person who put it on their list, all the lists I got, was Curtis Gathright.
Okay.
At number 4, I love this song. Marquette had it at number 3 on her list, but that didn't do enough for it. Minnie Riperton, Lovin' You.
Oof. And what a badass. Remember, she fought a tiger.
A lion.
A lion. She fought a lion. Dear
Yeah.
Lord.
Number 3, I agree. Spiral Staircase, More Today Than Yesterday. Only you and Chris Connaughton had it on your lists.
Oh, it's such a good song.
Yeah.
That's one of those songs. I was talking about this with Barb in the car because I was like, I can't believe this song's not on the list. And I was saying, like, every part of that song is catchy. The verses are catchy. The pre-chorus is catchy. The chorus is like an earworm to end all earworms. It might be, if I was doing a list of like, what are, I think, the 10 best songs from the 70s, I think it would be in my top 5 of the entire decade. It's so good.
And number 2, man, this is one I really kind of wish I'd had on my list. I wish this one would have got into the Thundred. We are bad friends, Matt, because Tracy Bonham, Mother, Mother. What a song! The song's
It's such
amazing.
A good song. But I think that that's also one, as crazy as this sounds, I think that was a song that a lot of people in our Facebook didn't really, it was either they loved the song or people did not know the song until we did it. Like there was not a lot of like, oh, I vaguely remember this song. They were either diehard Tracy Bonham fans or weren't familiar with it.
Yeah, I think, no offense to Tracy, I just think that maybe it was a minor hit.
It was.
And
yeah.
It was more of an alternative radio hit. Only Jeff Nucera put that on his list. Only person who did it.
Yeah.
And my number 1, which this is one where I'm like, damn, I should have really put this on my list because I'm really bummed it didn't make our Thundred. Jermaine Stewart, We Don't Have to Take Our Clothes Off.
Yeah, that is a really good song. And that's
It's
like
so
one,
good.
you know, like when I think about stuff that's on the Thundred, I'm like, I could have lived with Break My Stride not being on the list if We Don't Have to Take Our Clothes Off was in that spot. Or, you know what I mean? Like there's certain songs where it's like, all right, if we're going to even stick with like a similar genred song, I just think that song is a dramatically better song than Break My Stride overall. Like I said, with Break My Stride, I think it's got that really catchy chorus, but like no one really knows the verses. But I think people know damn near every word to We Don't Have to Take Our Clothes Off.
Wow, at least that chorus, and it did get a little boost because then Gym Class Heroes had Patrick Stump singing that.
Yeah.
A different version of it. But
yeah, no, that's a banger. That's a good call.
I got to give a shout out to Courtney Alexis on her good taste of being the only person who put Jermaine Stewart on her list. Hey, everybody, don't go anywhere. After a few words from our sponsors, I'm going to read off numbers 110 through 101, the songs that just didn't make the list. So there were a few, like you said, Rick Springfield. Another one that comes to mind where I'm like, should I have let that slide? Was the Philip Bailey and Phil Collins Easy Lover.
Yeah. I mean, I look forward to us doing that song as an episode now. It's given us the green light. Listeners, I've talked about this with Chris off the air. I don't know if I've said it on the air. We're going to try, before 2026 is over, to do an episode on every song that made the Thundred that we haven't covered yet. So look forward to an Easy Lover episode, I guess, sometime in 2026.
Okay, so if there were 10 songs on the list that someone wants to come in the Facebook group and start a fight with us about, saying that they're not a one-hit wonder, this is 110 through 101, if you're interested.
I'm ready.
110, I could have put this on the shocking thing, Matt. Hanson, Mbop.
Yeah, that's pretty shocking. I mean, again, that could have been a factor of what we talked about with, like, you know, they did some messed up stuff in the last couple years, and maybe people just were like less invested in wanting to put their votes behind Hanson than other groups.
I don't know if it's that. I think it's more that Mbop were three little kids, and it just feels. But I will say, my friend Pat Bear, he put it at number 2 on his list. I was like, damn, Pat, you love Mbop. At number 109, Concrete Blonde, Joey.
I don't think I know this song. I know the band name Concrete Blonde. I see it all the time. Do not know this song.
Yeah.
Maybe I should check out this band. I truly don't know.
At number 108 was Lou Reed, Walk on the Wild Side.
Man, I guess we could do Lou Reed. That is a weird song. It's a really interesting, weird song.
Number 107, talk about weird songs. This is up there with Scritti Politti. Jeremy Jordan, The Right Kind of Love.
I don't think I know this song.
Dude, it is like some lost relic 90s, like boy bandish, but it's a solo artist.
You're going to have to play a clip of this one when you edit this episode, because I do not know the song you're talking about.
I would be shocked if anyone knows this song. This is Jeremy Jordan, The Right Kind of Love.
I mean, apparently enough people knew it for it to get to 105 on our list or whatever.
107 it was on our list.
107.
And I will say, I made note of this. We have a listener, Jared Miller, who also submitted a list from his drummer. So I only have a list called Jared Miller's Drummer, who had... Jared Miller's drummer had Jeremy Jordan, The Right Kind of Love, as number 1 on his list.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. At number 106, Hum, Stars.
Okay. I mean, we did do it as an episode. That is like as minor of a hit as we can imagine. That wasn't even like a chart-topping alternative hit. I think it was like 30-something on the alternative charts.
Yeah. These ones, like 101 to 110, they're low enough and not making the list that if someone puts it high on a list, all it needs is like one more person to like give it any points at all, and it gets close. So this one made Megan Book's list. Now, I realize this entire Thundred, we called her Megan Smeltzer. We had already recorded episodes when she had commented like, oh my God, that's my maiden name. I didn't realize that was whatever, but Megan Book. And Eric Wakima had that on his list. I mean, that's a great song.
Yeah.
But it's a very minor hit. Speaking of very minor hits, at number 105, once again, an example, because Andy from Five Iron Frenzy had this at number 1 on his list, which probably helped get it to 105. King Missile, Detachable Penis.
You know what's funny is that that's on the list that I send people all the time and no one picks it.
Maybe we need to have Andy on for that episode. At number 104, we had Pretty Poison, Catch Me, I'm Falling.
Yeah, this was one I wasn't really familiar with until we did the episode, but I do like this song. This is a good-ass song.
Pete Pelletier really loves it. He had it at number 2 on his list. At number 103, the Bloodhound Gang, The Bad Touch.
See, Bloodhound Gang is one that, I mean, I guess they are undeniably a one-hit wonder, and that it is the song Bad Touch. I think in my mind, I remembered Fire, Water, Burn being a much bigger song than it actually probably was.
Yeah, that Eric Carroll had Bad Touch at number 3. It was on Jared Miller's list, not on his drummer's list. Now we're getting to 102 and 101, so you think about taking Rick Springfield and Philip Bailey and Phil Collins off the list.
Yeah, these could have been there.
I saw Damon Brazel in our group. This was his number 1 song.
Oh,
and he was
Tiptoe
like,
Through the Tulips by Tiny Tim? Oh, man.
That's right. Yep.
I'm kind of glad we kept Easy Love and Rick Springfield on the list. No offense, Davian, I love you.
And number 101, The Church, Under the Milky Way.
So I just recently learned of this song. I was not familiar with The Church or this song. But I've told you about this, Chris, and I actually recommend this to anybody. If you're paying for Paramount Plus, every MTV Unplugged is on Paramount Plus. So like when I'm just working, I'll throw it on, and I've just been watching them as they come up. So like sometimes it'll be Nirvana and I'm very familiar with the songs, and other times it'll be a band I've never heard really. And The Church did an Unplugged on MTV. And when this song came on, I'm like, what is this song? And Barb was the one that's like, you don't know this song? This song is like pretty popular. But yeah, this song rules. This song's fantastic. I would have been pretty stoked actually for this to be at 100.
Yeah, this one made Evan Thorne, John Schick, and Troy, a.k.a. Fett's list, but just missed.
It would have been pretty cool for our number 100 to be a song we haven't covered yet on the show. Actually, that would have really set the mood of unpredictability right out the gate.
Yeah. Here, I'll just throw out, just before we finish this out, Matt, I'll throw out some more that people might not have been thinking of and might be like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
Silverchair Tomorrow didn't make it. Gloria Gaynor, I Will Survive.
Yeah.
Didn't make it.
Gloria Gaynor's losing some points for me. I wanted us to do an episode on her, and now she's like all up on on Trump's jock lately, and it's very upsetting.
Oh, that is upsetting. Amazing song, Brenda Russell, Piano in the Dark.
Yes, we need to do that. That's one that's on our list.
Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock, It Takes Two, did not make the Thundred. Mark Cohn, Walking in Memphis, did not make the Thundred.
I think that's a pretty big snub. From just a great song and an undeniable one-hit wonder.
You ready for 5 snubs in a row where you're gonna be hitting yourself? Andrew WK, Party Hard.
Okay. Yeah.
James Lade.
Oof. Yeah.
John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band, On the Dark Side.
Oh yeah.
Gary Newman, Cars.
Yep.
And the Tony Rich Project, Nobody Knows.
I mean, I love that song. I could understand why that one didn't maybe get the groundswell that the others did, but that song is amazing.
Melanie, Brand New Key. Desiree, You Gotta Be. Martika, Toy Soldiers didn't make the 100.
That's upsetting. That song is also incredible.
Here's another one where it's like, okay, maybe we don't like the song that much, but it's like a quintessential one-hit wonder. OMC, How Bizarre.
Yeah.
Rupert Holmes, Escape, the Pina Colada song.
Did our list, I'm sure you're about to get to it as well, but did our list have Kung Fu Fighting on it?
Nope.
That's a pretty big, like, everyone thinks of one-hit wonders. They think of Everybody Was Kung Fu Fighting.
True. Wall of Voodoo, Mexican Radio didn't make it.
Love
the
that
Vapors.
song.
The Vapors, Turning Japanese.
I can't believe we haven't done a Vapors episode yet, because they seem like pseudo early punk to me.
Yeah. Meat Puppets, Backwater.
Yeah.
The song that you claim started the whole One Hit Thunder podcast. Sean Colvin, Sonny Came Home.
That wasn't on the list. Man, that wasn't even on my top 10. I think when I made my list, it was in my top 15, and I cut it. But I think I cut it because I was like, people are going to vote for Sonny Came Home. No one's going to be voting for Hole of the Moon. I got to put my weight behind the Water Boys.
How about this one, Matt? Tag team. Whoop, there it is.
Jesus. Did
Yeah.
9 South Whoop there it is also get snubbed, right?
95 South. Whoop, there it is. Did not make it. No. Jet, Are You Gonna Be My Girl? Not on the Thundred.
Yeah.
Edwin McCain, I'll Be. Not on the Thundred.
Which I gotta give a shout out. That song keeps being on our Patreon for people to vote and just falling short by like it's always in second place. It's always a bridesmaid, never a bride. We have to do that song eventually because that is a beautiful song.
The Whispers, Rock Steady. Great song.
I love that. That was my first favorite song as a kid. I was like 3, mostly because I thought it was about the character from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But I do love that song.
Love and Rockets, So Alive. How about this one, Matt? Lip Sync, Funky Town. Not on the Thundred.
That's wild. Like, that's one that should 100% be on the list.
The Archies, Sugar Sugar. Not on the list.
Yeah, I think a lot of it, like we said, was just like people being like, I don't want to listen to Sugar Sugar by the Archies.
This one is a favorite of mine. Maybe not. I might be in the minority here, but Swing Out Sister, Breakout.
Yeah, that's more you, I think.
Okay. Matt, you thought of this one so highly that you got a t-shirt designed, onehithunder.dashery.com, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the Lou Bega. But again, I get it in the sense of like, how many people are going to raise their hand and be like, you know what I want to put on right now? Mambo number 5.
Right. Blackstreet, No Diggity.
Oof, that's a miss.
No Thundred. Falco, Rock Me Amadeus.
Which, just shout out, one of my favorite gets we've ever had as a guest, Adam and his package, coming on to talk about Falco. That, I feel like you and I both, that was like us geeking out, talking to someone that we both hold in such high esteem about something so silly for an hour.
Yeah, that was a good one. Scatman John, Scatman.
Which, again, another one that's very much on the list of how have we not done Scatman John yet.
One of the best songs ever, in my opinion. Probably another one I really regret not putting on my list. Junior Senior, Move Your Feet.
Yeah, I mean, listen, what was it? The San Francisco Gazette said that it's the greatest song ever written. So the fact that it's not on our Thundred is a real missed opportunity.
How about, we had him on Krista Makes a Podcast, John Parr, St. Elmo's Fire, Man in Motion.
That one's on the list that I send people all the time, and it never gets picked. But that's a really good song.
Republica, Ready to Go.
I remember, but I think even that was like an alternative hit and not like a minor alternative hit, but I don't think it was like the number 1 song ever on alternative radio.
Yeah. Soul Decision Faded, which is a song that I really like.
Man, that was one that was not in my wheelhouse when we did it, and like that song, that song made a playlist after that because that song is funky as hell. That's a really good song.
Boy Meets Girl, Waiting for a Star to Fall did not make the Thundred.
Did I see you arguing with someone recently that was like, they're not a one-hit wonder. They wrote Whitney Houston's I Want to Dance with Somebody.
Yeah. Donna Lewis, I Love You Always Forever. Dion Ferris, I Know. Del Shannon, Runaway. There's just so many, man. Snow, Informer.
Yeah, I do think that anything that was even a little bit novelty or kind of obnoxious had a real uphill battle. Like, it's almost impressive now looking back that Monster Mash made the list at all. That seemed to be like the one novelty song that people couldn't deny its placement.
When you're talking about obnoxious, would you be referencing Tarzan Boy from Baltimora, which didn't make the Thundred?
If that song, I had that song on a playlist and then I took it off. Because if that song was like 2 minutes long, I'd be fine with it. It's like 8. Mm-hmm. No one needs that song for 8 minutes.
Matt, how about the fact that Eiffel 65 Blue Daba D did not make our list?
Yeah. Yeah. There's so many that we missed. Well, we didn't miss anything. We just made a list of 10. This is on the listeners.
Yeah. Marcy Playground, Sex and Candy didn't make the list. Taco Putting on the Ritz didn't make the list. Toadie's Possum Kingdom did not make the list. A song I'd love to do, Matt, Charles and Eddie, Would I Lie to You, did not make the list.
Okay.
Yeah, there's just, I could go on and on. There's a lot of songs that got votes that did not make the list.
Well,
I don't know, man.
You know what? Keep that list and send me all of the songs that people put on their lists that we have not done episodes on, and I will update. I'll make sure that all of those songs are on the list that I send guests when they need a list of song ideas. Maybe we'll at least, they might not make the Thundred, but maybe we can at least do an episode about some of these snubbed hits.
Yeah. Spandau Ballet, we did that.
Oh,
that
and you
did not
love
make
that.
the
Was
list.
that song not on your list? You speak so highly of that song.
Yeah. It was not on my list. Ray Parker Jr. Ghostbusters that make our Thundred?
We haven't done Ray Parker Jr. Ghostbusters, have we?
I don't think so.
How did we not done that as a Halloween episode yet? All right. I'm going to write that down as a Halloween episode we need to do, along with Maniac by Michael Cimbella.
Yeah. Rockwell, Somebody's Watching Me.
That was our first Halloween episode.
Yeah. But yeah, man, that's I really shouted out a lot of them. Blue Cantrell, Hit 'Em Up
Yeah.
style.
Man, Beamer and my Beamer just beaming.
Yeah. I think that's all the important ones. Mars, Pump Up the Volume didn't make it. That's not surprising.
Yeah, that's fine. Important song, but not an enjoyable listen after you get past the first couple Pump Up the Volumes.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, I think with this, we've officially closed the book. The Thundred is complete. The snubs have been read. Like I said, we're all over social media. Comment. Let us know what's the next Thundred topic. What should we be counting down next? And when I see Chris in a couple weeks, we'll comb through your suggestions and say, all right, let's gear up and start prepping for this to be the next topic.
I love it.
Why you wanna move so fast? We don't have to take our clothes off to have a good time. Oh no, we could dance and party all night, and drink some cherry wine. We don't have to take our.
In 2021, the wife and son of Alex Murdaugh, an attorney from a prominent South Carolina family, were found shot to death. The story captivated the nation. That's when we began the podcast Impact of Influence. In March of 2023, Alec Murdaugh was convicted of murdering his wife Maggie and their 22-year-old son Paul. The latest, Alec Murdaugh was granted a new trial by the South Carolina Supreme Court citing jury tampering. The case will be tried before the end of the year, and we will be on top of it. Get Impact of Influence wherever you get your favorite podcast.